Stop Violence Indiscriminately. It's a campaign for inner weekly and to end war. Until we do something to stop the slaughter of Ugandans justice in this country, none of our will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to total damage, injury, or even death. And we are killing wicked moms in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Clark, the Community Farm Question Partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Clark.
So, darling, you look so worried.
Child, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Grove Street and Flatbush Junction and Hillwood?
Oh no, child, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion, don't until the break of dawn. Exodus Best Price School is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Refire that comes with four different flavors. Full Blue, Aqua Kiwi, Cool Red, and People's Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Oldwood Slide Road Junction. We are the cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Let's say good morning to you and welcome to the October 21, 2025 edition of the program on Spring View this beautiful and lovely Tuesday. My name is Miguel Luna, welcoming you to this edition of Spring View, brought to you by Prime Soccer Liberia, Exeter Best Price School in Curtis Street and the Oldwood Marble Junction, and our one and only Mayuba Insurance Incorporated, one of the petroleum giants in Nigeria, been around for more than 20 years and stay providing quality services to the people of Liberia. Folks, it's good to be here this beautiful morning. We are known to Clinton. Esther is not around today. And hope to see you going. Our weather report man, Sullivan, has been tuning on Radio LIV. So let's welcome all of you watching. Those of you outside Liberia, want to welcome you to this edition of the Spring View. All we ask of you is to share the live, and wherever you are watching, please drop a comment. Your name and your address is very important for us. So wherever you are and watching, please let us know by dropping a comment on our Facebook Live. All right, folks, we have in our studio this morning, we have two local series, the Front Page Africa and the Inquirer newspaper. So today we will begin with the Inquirer newspaper, and this paper's been around for more than, as a matter of fact, this paper been on the stand since 1991. All right, this is volume 34, number 190, Tuesday, October 21, 2025. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. So let's begin with the reading. The World Bank invests US 88.7 million in Liberia's education, targeting 350,000 students. The World Bank enhancing foundational learning in Liberia's public primary schools, marking a significant advancement in the country's education sector. This project, known as the Excellence in Learning in Liberia (EXCEL) project, is expected to benefit around 350,000 students across the nation by addressing ongoing challenges within the education system. The financial support includes a 60 million credit from the International Development Association (IDA), the World Bank's lending grant for low-income countries, alongside a 28.7 million grant from the Global Partnership for Education (GPE). The primary goals of the project are to improve foundational learning and access in public-private schools. Continuation of this story is on page 10. Very interesting. Let's make our way quickly to page 10 for the continuation. And it says, while strengthening the overall education sector, this initiative is particularly noteworthy as it is the first project financed under the World Bank EU 2025-2030 Country Partnership Framework (CPS) in Nigeria, which emphasizes establishing a solid foundation for improved job opportunities. Georgia Wallen, the World Bank's country manager for Nigeria, stated the Excellence in Learning project breaks new ground as the most comprehensive project financed by the World Bank in the education sector in Liberia. She emphasized that it aligns with the arrest agenda for inclusive development, aiming to transform and fortify the education system in the country. Key components of the project include the development of the Foundational Learning Program (LFP), which will prioritize curriculum design, create and distribute aligned teaching and learning materials, and provide targeted instruction in classrooms. Schools will be selected for participation based on their readiness to implement the FLP. The implementation strategy will focus on creating a more conducive learning environment, raising awareness of schools-related gender-based violence, improving the quality and frequency of education data updates, enhancing school supervision, and fostering community engagement to benefit the entire school community. Approximately 48% of the direct beneficiaries will be female, with additional support provided to around 14,000 school management committee members and Ministry of Education staff at various levels through capacity building initiatives. This project will be rolled out across all 15 counties of Liberia, benefiting over 233,007 public uh, primary schools. It is anticipated that about 362,000 students, teachers, and staff will benefit from the intervention. The program will specifically focus on providing the full teaching and learning resources in foundational literacy and numeracy for students in the final year of early childhood education and throughout all six grades of primary education. Moreover, approximately 12,000 teachers and principals will receive training in foundational learning. Well, folks, we can stop right here and take more stories from the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. So that's our first story, and the caption reads: World Bank invests US 88.7 million in Liberia's education, targeting 350,000 students. Let's jump to our next story. Our Lady of Grace International School first accredited IB World School in Liberia. during the prestigious IB Diploma program in Liberia. This milestone places August among various IB World Schools recognized globally for academic excellence, innovation, and international mindedness. Continuation of the story is on page 7. You can grab a copy of the Inquirer newspaper for 40 Liberian dollars. So the back page, that's IOM leads global. All right, let's take a short break and be right back. Many thanks for rejoining us, and we just flipped to the back page of the Inquirer newspaper. IOM leads global efforts on human rights in peace building. Global leaders are emphasizing the successful peace building efforts must integrate human rights into the recovery process. Gathering at the Geneva Peace Week 2025, they reflected that following conflict, building lasting peace within society poses significant challenges. The International Organization for Migration hosted a pivotal dialogue titled From Break to Resilience, embedding human rights due diligence in peace building, which brought together UN officials, that's UN officials, scholars, and civil society representatives to explore youth strategies for peace. The discussion highlighted a consensus that communities must take an active role in creating their own peace. The planet future is a mix of global perspectives and local experiences with contributions from Adam Day of the United Nations University Center for Policy Research, Ulrich Gerams from the UN Office on Drugs and Crime, Sarah Ferro Ribeiro, IMO's Senior Human Rights Advisor, and Choko Hussein Magui, a peace builder from Liberia. Magui, who participated in support from IOM Liberia, underscored the importance of community engagement in peace efforts. He remarked, our mission has been to create inclusive spaces for dialogue and accountability, drawing on lessons learned from Liberia's history. He emphasized that empowering citizens to address potential conflicts before they escalate in crisis is essential. He illustrated this approach through his work with Talking Dog Studio in Nigeria, which collaborates with IOM on the Collaborate project. The key tool in their efforts is the Gender Perception Survey, which gathers data on how inequality contributes to local tensions. McGee noted the data gathered through that process now informs our community engagement strategies. Those organizations employ participatory theater, radio programs, and town hall dialogues to transform that data into action, thereby promoting reconciliation at the grassroots level. This local insight shared during the discussion lend practical way to concept. So the concept of human rights due to diligence, which was central to the conversation. Sarah Ferrer Ribeiro of IOM described HRBD as more than just a compliance checklist. Instead, she framed it as a crucial pathway for building trust, resilience, and effective prevention measures. She argued that embedding HRDD institutionally efforts fosters the confidence necessary to connect governments and institutions with the communities they serve. Other panelists, including Adam Day and Ulrich Graham, reinforced the notion that while international frameworks are important, they are not sufficient by themselves. They highlighted that achieving sustainable peace relies on community ownership and the continued protection of human rights throughout the recovery process. At the conclusion of the session, IMO reiterated its dedication to this comprehensive approach. Well, folks, let's take our final story on the back page of the Inquirer newspaper. If you just joined us, welcome. This is the program from the Spring News, brought to you by Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street in the Old Road Market Junction, and Mayuma and Sons Incorporated with head office, their Freeport, and the operational office is there, J1. Well, let's get to our final story. Commodore assures transformative reforms at the National Public Health Institute of Liberia. The newly appointed officer in charge of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, Siawata Kamano, has vowed to bring transformative reforms, professionalism, and renewed strength to Liberia's public health sector. Speaking when she officially took over yesterday, October 20, 2025, Dr. Kamano thanked President Joseph Waka for entrusting her with the leadership of the NPHRL based on the recommendation of the Institute Board of Directors. She at the same time described her appointment by the President as both an honor and a profound responsibility to serve Liberia at the time she described as very crucial. This is more than just a position. It symbolizes a new chapter for the National Public Health Institute in Liberia and a fresh beginning for the protection and advancement of Liberia's public health system, she stated. Dr. Kamano also thanked Health Minister Dr. Louis M. Poto for her confidence and encouragement, describing it as a call to serve with courage, competence, and compassion. She further commended the NPHRL Board of Directors for their support during what she termed an important transitional period, assuring them of her commitment to transparency, accountability, and institutional growth. Addressing the APHRL's workforce, Kamano praised their hard work and dedication over the years, thus referring them to uh, thus referring to them as the heartbeat and engine of the country's scientific institutions. She, you are the defenders of Liberia's public health, from laboratory sciences and epidemiologists to field officers and logisticians. Your unwavering commitment forms the foundation of our national health security maintained. Kamano at the same time compared NPHRL to the fire service, the public health emergency, describing herself as the fire chief and emphasized the importance of preparedness, teamwork, and rapid response to outbreaks. Leave it right there, and that does it for the Inquirer newspaper. Let's bring you our final presentation this morning on the program from the Spring News. And let's now run to the front page Africa newspaper. Top stories. Back at the table of global diplomacy, Foreign Minister Beslo Nyasi details push for global prominence and addresses migration and mineral partnership with the United States. And attached to the story is the photograph of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sarah Beslo Nyasi. Blatant abuse of public trust and slams use of senior officials to build Unity Party headquarters as tips and ethics brief. Very interesting story. Let's quickly grab to page 7 and take a break right there and bring you the story. So let's quickly grab to page. Yet we are on page 9 of the front page Africa. Blatant abuse of public trust. Plan use of senior officials to build Unity Party headquarters at TEP and ethics brief. The chairman of the Solidarity and Trust for New Days and Mobaki Molu Jr. has strongly criticized the Unity Party for appointing senior government officials to fundraising committees established to support the construction of new party headquarters across Liberia, describing the move as unethical and a violation of public trust. The Unity Party recently announced the formation of several national and county-level committees ahead of its homecoming and fundraising program scheduled for December 6, 2025. The event turned the event team positioning the Unity Party for long-term political vibrancy, policy reform, and infrastructural development, and membership drive aimed to raise funds for the building of national and county headquarters. However, the inclusion of sitting lawmakers, cabinet members, and other senior public officials in these meetings has sparked widespread criticism from civil society and opposition figures. According to the UP's official release, Senator Daba Mpapala, who served as the party's first vice chairperson, has been appointed as chairperson of the National Steering Committee. Gerald Cole Bangalu serves as co-chair with members including Mohammed Kumar, Prince Moi, Ami Modar, Madeleine E. Dagose, Nito Zelai, Cornelia Pra, Rory Bryant, Roland Giddings, Robert Wombay, Principal Sipakane, Lucia Tapper, Elena Norfolk, Clarence Nassau, Mo Ali, Robert Bestman, Selena M. Moffett, that's Selena P. Moffett, Madonna P. Fafana, Melvin Stevens, Wassini K. Science, Adolphus Blake, Noah Z. Gibson, Patrick Woolsey, Prince Tamba, and Martin Kuba. The fundraising committee, which is at the center of the controversy, was chaired by Cornelia Clark, with Edmund Ford as co-chair. Other members include Selena Moffett, Prince Kid Moy, Mohammed Kumar, Sarah McGill, Waka Daliban, Dame Corporate, and Eric Sigi. This committee is tasked with leading the design, implementation, and coordination of the party's fundraising strategy to secure funds for new party offices nationwide. Regionally, county fundraising committees have been formed across Liberia, each led by prominent government officials. In Nimba County, Senator Yan D. Twine Jr. chairs the committee with Nelson Yenga. In Bone County, Senator Prince Kid Moy leads the Martin Morris leads with Martin Morris in Lofa County. Representative Clarence Massaquoi chairs with David Mauro in Grand Bassa. Madeleine Jacose leads with Amuchi Davis in Magidi. Representative Ben Fofana heads with Cecilia Dole in Montserrat. Representative Richard Coon chairs with Robert Bestman in Gomi. Honorable Sickle Dugley leads with Moses Benin. in Grand Cape Mount Country. Continuation of the story, folks, is right here on page 10. So you grab a copy of the front page, Africa, and the story says, Blitzen abuse of public trust, stands land, use of senior officials to build Unity Party headquarters at TED, and ethics breach. Lastly, for such stories, reintroducing compulsory insurance coverage. NICOL unveils strategic plan to boost government revenue and safeguard public assets. And those are the top stories. Let's get to the big ones. Right? Campaign to abolish the death penalty gains new life as human rights advocates warn it to undermine support for war crimes court, not a deterrent to crime. The death penalty is not an option for that important work that courts would need to undertake. We know that the death penalty is not a deterrent in terms of crime, and if we want to build that society based on the noble principles, we need to continuously strive to improve on the way we do justice. Kai Becker, Swedish ambassador to Liberia. Let's take a few lines of the story. But just before we do, let me just bring in our weather report, man. This dude got to run to work. So let me quickly bring. Tunis,
Good morning.
good morning, Tunis. How are you this morning?
Thank God all is well. You people have been complaining about your sound in the comments.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm reading, so my attention is not to the comment section.
But I guess it's better because when I came in, it was a bit um, off a little bit. But I think you just play with it. It's okay now.
All right, so let's hear from you. How's our weather going to be like today?
Hey, good morning, Windell. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Your weatherman is here. Suleiman Hashim Tunis coming to you live from Staten Island, New York City. Your weather, you are in good condition today. Mostly cloudy, a lot of sunshine in the morning and in the daytime. I'm not seeing any rain during the day. Probably around 8 o'clock, 9 p.m., you'll experience some rain and thunderstorm. Thunderstorm will be there. And tomorrow, Wednesday, is a partly sunny day. Yeah, and mix up with cloudy, but it's going to be sunny tomorrow. So
Mm,
today and tomorrow, you're good to go. I'm not seeing too much of rain, and it's a good day for you. Both day, I'm not seeing any rain here. I seen the rain around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 p.m. But otherwise, you're good to go. Don't worry about today and tomorrow. If you find rain coming, then so be it. It might be your village people playing with you. Again, that's your
mm,
weatherman, Tuna Suleiman Tunis. You're good to go. And with for to let you know today, I mean we're now in dry season. So any rain coming is not rainy season again. We are officially in the dry season. Mid October have already passed. So the rainy season is going away. I think this is the time now people will start going to start brushing to get ready for farming. Those who uh, go for rice farm or all of that. So that's it about you good to go for these 2 days. You only will experience rain during the time you will be asleep, but daytime you good to go. That's it, my brother Wendell. How you been doing? How was your morning?
yeah, I'm great. Tunis, it's good to know that the dry season has begun, and so all of our farmers now are getting prepped up to go back and make use of the soil because a country that cannot feed itself, hey, is I don't know how to describe it, but A country that cannot feed itself, stands to lose everything. So it's good that we are into the dry season. Our folks are getting prepped up for, farming.
All right. So thank you for being with you for this few minutes. I myself over here is just 7 going to 7:40 a.m. I'm getting ready to be out of here.
Okay. Have a
Thank you.
great day at work. Hope to catch up with you during the midweek for more weather report.
Thank you. And
You're
that's it.
welcome.
Good day.
All right, that's the voice of Suleiman Hashim Tunis, our weather report man. We had to, drop the reading to hear what the weather is going to be like today. So let's take a few more stories, then we wrap it up on the reading segment of the pre-news. Campaign to abolish the death penalty gains new life as human rights advocates warn it could undermine support for war crimes court, not a deterrent to crime. The death penalty is not an option for that important work that court would need to undertake. We know that the death penalty is not a deterrent in terms of crime. And if we want to build that society based on the noble principles, we need to continuously strive to improve on the way we do justice. Carl Beckius, Swedish ambassador to Liberia. And lastly, for the front page Africa newspaper, GSC uncovers governance lapses at LEC, no board meetings, no strategic plan for years, major irregularities in CLSG, GEP, and Libango, and Lebernergy, LIB Energy agreements, bad management practice, and faulty deals. During the audit, we observed that the management operated the entity without evidence of approved strategic and operational plans for the periods under audit. Risk, short, medium, and long-term goals of the entity may not be identified, pursued, and implemented, thereby impairing the achievement of the organization objectives. Who is saying this? The General Auditing Commission. And LEC had a 5-year business plan from 2019 to 2023, which expired. A new strategic plan has been prepared and submitted to the Board of Directors covering the period 2025 to 2030. However, we note the recommendation regarding the operational plan. Management, Liberia Electricity Corporation. But let's take a few lines from there. Very interesting. Let's see what the story says. Let's get to it. The General Auditing Commission has uncovered serious governance and management lapses at the Liberia Electricity Corporation, LEC, raising questions about oversight, operational planning, and major agreements with key power projects. The audits covered fiscal years ending June 30, 2018 to 2019, 2020 to 2021, the special budget year, SBY, 2021, and fiscal year 2022 and 2023. According to the GSC, the LEC Board of Directors failed to demonstrate effective oversight, contrary to Regulation M.12 of the Public Financial Management Act, PFM Act of 2009, as amended in 2019, which mandates Board of State-owned enterprises to ensure the efficient management of financial resources and proper governance structure. The audit also cited a breach of OECD corporate governance principles, which require boards to operate with clear leadership, accountability, and defined procedures. No evidence of board meetings or bylaws. Auditors reported that between July 2018 and December 2021, there was no evidence of any board meetings being held. Minutes of meetings were not provided, and there was no proof of established committees such as audit, risk nomination, or remuneration committees, structures that are critical to transparency and oversight. But folks, we don't have a lot of time, so let's leave it there. But those are all the stories. Let's recap for you quickly. When we take our break, we come back with our talking points. Stay tuned. This is Freedom FM 87.9. And I'm telling you, I'm your lone presenter. Esther is not around today. Oh, so let's recap the stories. We started with the Inquirer newspaper, and these are stories we brought to you. World Bank invests US 88.7 million Liberia's education, targeting 350,000 students. Our Lady of Grace International School, first accredited IB War School in Liberia. Let's see what is on the back page. ROM leads global effort on human rights in peace building. And Kamano shows transformative reforms at the National Public Health Institute of Liberia. All right, that does it for the Inquirer. The front page is our last, and it says for top stories, back at table of global diplomacy. Foreign Minister Beslo Nyanti details push for global prominence and addresses migration and mineral partnership with the United States. And blatant abuse of public trust, Tan slams use of senior officials to build Unity Party headquarters as theft and ethics breach. Reintroducing compulsory insurance coverage, NICO unveils strategic plan to boost government revenue and safeguard public assets. And campaign to abolish the death penalty gains new life as human rights advocates warn it could undermine support for the War Crimes Code, not a deterrent to crime, it says. And then lastly, GSC uncovers governance lapses at LEC, no board meetings, no strategic plan for years, major irregularities in CLSG, GEP, Libango, and LIB energy agreements, bad management practice, and 40 deals. Well, folks, that does it for the recap on the program from the pre-news. Let's take word from our sponsors. And when we come back, folks, we will bring you our talking points this morning on the program from the pre-news right here on Freedom FM 87.9. So let's catch up with our break.
Shabba musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority, that it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door, whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human talking, enemy you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's copy crime for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Rabbi, why you taking it?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Grove Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, so go in 20 put it to each without living since in
Yes, when you talk about, your wholesale, cheaper, and retail store, then you are talking about Exodus Best Price Store, because they have everything to suit that special occasion. Those of you having your graduation party, those of you celebrating your birthday, your wedding anniversary, they have everything in store for you for that occasion. All right. If you're having wake keeping, you're having repasts, just some get together, and you're looking for a place to get drinks, non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages. Exodus Best Price Store is that place to be. Those of you in the Painesville, Congo Town Belt, there's a branch there on the Old Road, Smart Road Junction. And those of you in Central Town, Monrovia, the head office is down Gurley Street. The folks out there, very reasonable place. You take $100 there. You will see the stuff that you would get for $100. You won't believe it. All right. And they also have, this delivery service. All right. You go and you purchase from them. Maybe you come from a far distance and you spend some money there. Well, you can talk to the management. There is a way they can arrange with you to have your goods taken to your destination. But folks, too many things to talk about in our country. Just yesterday we were here talking about, the movement of trucks in this country. And yesterday again, I don't know whether the police are on top of their game when it comes to this truck issue in our country. I really don't think the police is on top of their game, because every day we sit and we complain to the police about the way the truck drivers they drive during the day and night time. It's reckless. Yesterday again, we saw a similar thing. And the reason some of us, we always mention the Douala to Broadville belt is because that's where we lived. Except when we go other places and we see how the truck drivers behave. The first thing first, they don't give smaller cars that space. Even if you have a bigger car than yours, they will just force their way through. And what is more important for this discussion is that the guys who are driving these trucks, some of them, they barely speak English. They cannot understand English. How can you live in an English-speaking country and you can't speak English? And you're driving. The police pull you over, you have nothing to say to the police. This is sad. It's very bad. It's costing life. And the Public Safety Division of the Liberia National Police, together with the Traffic Division, this falls within your purview. Alfonso Bina is the head of the Traffic Division at the Liberia National Police. Just don't know who's heading the Public Safety Division. But if you guys are listening, there is a need to call these truck drivers to check. We are almost getting into the festive season, and we hope that the police can reinforce their mandate to curb some of these reckless driving in the country. Just this morning, the man saw me. I already had to go ahead. He put in the ear outside to see what I would, go, knowing the fact that I already had the right to go. But because he's a bigger car than mine, he had to force his way through. And these are some of the things that lead to mob justice. Crime Stopper says we shouldn't get into that. And I'm one of those who, is not in favor of mob justice. But these are some of the things that lead to mob justice. In as much we are not in favor of mob justice, we want those actors, those who are in authorities, to see how best they can put things under control. Because most of the time when the guys cause the damage, they escape. To get them, that the people property that suffer it. Sometimes the angry crowd, they will get on the scene, set the car ablaze, which we don't support. But it's very serious. Everywhere you go on the major highways, you go Garnersville, you go Caldwell, you go to the Diggsville area, you drive around those areas, you will see how reckless these truck drivers behave. And every day we sit here, we cry to the police about, putting things under control, but we yet to see, these things implemented. So we hope that you guys are listening. The traffic section of the Liberia National Police, the Public Safety Division of the Liberia National Police, you guys need to step up your game. All right? You are there to protect lives and properties. The truck drivers, they just don't have time. They are very reckless. Some of them, they never went to driving school to learn these procedures, how to drive, how you go about driving. Some of them, they have no knowledge on that. So, Bina, it's no time for you to be sitting in your office. The police cars that they give you people to move around, you need to patrol. You need to patrol. Sitting in the office, as look, that's one of the things I really used to admire some of the old traffic guys we had in this country. All right, there was a guy in the Liberia National Police back in the day. I don't know whether that dude is still around. They used to call him One Way. I think he was a motorcyclist or something. But this guy was one of those that used to regulate the traffic. I remember. You have people like the late, what's his name again? Mickey Gray. These are people that never used to, sit in the office. They were always on the field, making sure that the traffic flows, making sure that reckless vehicles are taken off the traffic, making sure that defective vehicles are taken off the traffic. But the traffic guys we have these days, they are all big and bad, people. They want to dress up in the uniform, look nicely. They don't want to, work and sweat in the uniform and all of that because they enjoy the office air conditioner, and you go into your car, there's another air conditioner there. But if you're enjoying all the air conditioner and your people are dying, you think it's good? So when you leave, what legacy do you leave behind? That I served as chief of traffic, I served as head of public safety division for so many years. What legacy are you going to leave? That when you are not there tomorrow, the people will remember you. The truck drivers are just reckless. I don't know. Like one of the callers said yesterday, when they misbehave, they escape. The next thing, they are out of Liberia. Because you cannot be driving in an English-speaking country and you can't speak English. How can you be a driver in an English-speaking country and you can't speak English? You answer me, you tell me. So Greg, Inspector General Coleman, these are some of the lapses we noticed about the traffic and the public safety division of the Liberia National Police. They have a truckers union. Call the truck union to a meeting and tell them about, how their guys are reckless. Because of some of them, people's property are getting burned, destroyed. Trucks that they spend $15,000, $20,000 on. In a minute, it got burned because of reckless driving. We are not supporting mob justice. I'm one of those that, always kick against mob justice. But it's sad. Our roads are narrow and the potholes are many. You're driving, going to Broadville, that road is very narrow. But when the truck driver's ready on that road, it's like they own, an express highway. We are close to the festive season. Families will be coming from out of town to come and shop, while people will be leaving from town to go to the leeward counties to see some of their old people. So we hope that the police will get on the major highways, patrol there 24 hours to curb some of these reckless driving, because it's very serious. Some of them, when they open their mouth, you can't hear nothing. Just a complete mess we find ourselves. People live in the English-speaking country and driving and they can't speak English. So when you are arrested, you are taken to the police. What are you going to say there? Except the police bring in an interpreter. But it's wrong. It's wrong. At least some of them you need to brush them up. Those of you who bring them in the country and give them your vehicles, give them your trucks and stuff to drive. You need to brush them up a little bit. See, let's learn how to speak English. Colloquia is very simple. So we just thought it wise to, bring this to the public attention. We hope that the authorities that are responsible are listening. And, folks, this is our country. And if we can talk about these things, who do we expect to come and talk about it? If we cannot erect these checkpoints to call on those requisite authorities to do something, who do we expect to come and do it for us? But it's just uncontrollable, where you have people just reckless in the traffic. Reckless in the traffic. Some of the buses, the brakes are not good, but they stay plying the major routes. Some of the trucks, brakes not working, but you will still see them on the road. So when will Liberia get to that, or stopping defective vehicles from plying the routes? If your car is old, nothing on the car is working, what are car doing on the main road? Yeah, we can try to say we use it for community road. We put it to places like, what do you call this place? Morton Corner. Is that way back? It's a Carway Road, right now. Carway Road, at least, it's fixed. Despite all of the potholes that we see in recent time. But if your car is malfunction, there's no need to put that car on the road. There's no need for that. No signals, your headlights are not working. Nothing on the car is working. Sometimes you even want to bend the curve, you have no signal. Somebody is driving right behind you. If that person is not careful because of no signal, they might bump into your back. What kind of country is this? Why we still have these things in our country? Vehicles are smoking and they're just plying the route. Sometimes in the next day, the kind of smoke they can give you, you can't even see. You got to slow down. The trucks, the buses, the killer beans. When the pump won't smoke outside, when you see it, your whole, view is dark. You can't see ahead of you. But the police allow these cars to plow the routes. So we are only talking about it, that it's not good because it poses serious threat to the public. Public safety is important. There are people standing alongside the way waiting for vehicles, and some of these vehicles, when they come in the malfunction, they just lose control and roll into people and kill people for nothing. In this country, we still got all kind of cars, a lot of them. Go check the buses. We're not saying that people shouldn't, say, oh, those are the only thing available to commute the people from one point. So are you going to endanger the people's lives because there's no commercial vehicles to have them move to their, destination or wherever? This public safety comes first. That's why the government needs to prioritize the National Transit Authority to bring in more buses for the people, because commercial, stuff in our country is a problem. The National Transit Authority should have more than 150 buses in all of the counties. But we still have these old buses smoking, giving us sickness and all kind of things, and they stay in the country, flying on major road. Liberia, we are still in this modern Asian time. We're still suffering from this kind of thing. Wow, our friends then, they are way, 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 way ahead of us. You see car giving serious smoke. And that smoke, it goes into the air. It's a problem for us human beings. But our police can see you. Someone then park right in front of the police, they smoke the police all too. Park those vehicles. They are not watching for the road anymore. So why do you allow them to plow the routes? Or they must kill people first before you stop them from plowing the routes? In the evening time, see how many persons you see along the various routes waiting for vehicle. Some of them, they ain't got brakes. When they lose control, you hear the car boy, move from there, y'all move from there, y'all move from there. Somebody car park, he's sitting in your office. You say you move from them, the car can hear. At the end of the day, people's property will get damaged. That driver will escape, leave our old bus there. The bus already old. Then damage your new car. To fix it, that problem. All the problem in the warrior from JJ our time to this time that the one person will bring in front of you. When they explain all their problem to you, you just say you don't even know where to start. Your property is damaged. Somebody's life is taken away. How do you get that person's life back? It's not in the store that you can go and buy. But folks, man, that's it. It's very serious. It's very serious. And the concern raised by the head of STAN, Moba Molu, about government officials being appointed on committees to build party headquarters. The solidarity and trust people are saying that that's ethical breach. Where are they going to get that money from the government, from taxpayer people? That you go pay your party headquarters from taxpayer money. Because there are a lot of money that people using in this country, they're not giving account of it. I thought the opposition is supposed to be running competition with the government, but the government is like running competition with the opposition. See, headquarters were taken away from them. Their structures there were broken down, and they decided to move on to do a groundbreaking to build a new one. And Unity Party people say they're doing their own December 6th. They take also government officials then, they put it on the committee. Where are they going to be getting that money from to build the party headquarters? Just how Joe Boakai took $10 million to Lofa County to build his private villa and all of that. Said presidential policy. Bypass the PPCC, the PFM law, and all those violations. This is our country. Too many things happening. Our people are dying of sicknesses. No medicine in the hospitals. No public transport to commute our people from one point to another. Our youth that we are depending on to take on the mantle of authority tomorrow, they are not in schools. They are drug users because those who are in authorities are bringing drugs from the executive, the judiciary, and the national legislature. Those three branches of government are where the people are. They're the one bringing the drugs in the country. That means say it first. The man who was heading the DEA, he said it. One of the heads at the DEA who has been dismissed, he said it. So it's a direct quote from him that the three branches of government, there are people within those areas that are bringing in the drugs in the country to damage our children. We're not building rehabilitation centers for them. But the government is spending $10 million on the president's private villa. $10 million. Where they got that money from? When the parents are struggling to get their kids in school. But most of them who are in power, that we can you imagine? Some of them generators said they're eating more than human being. Generator, some of them they're getting almost $3,000 just to feed a generator.
When you got bulk of the citizens are unemployed. The government is not creating avenues for investors to come. How many trips the president have made so far since its inception? What do we see coming back to the country? Nothing. Only taxpayer money they're just wasting. Every time the president travels, he comes back empty. Let's take a few calls, but let me get to the comments first. Let's read our comments, and then we leave from here at 12:30. All right, but it's serious, man. The guys at the LMP, our friends, you need to do something. It's sad that these things happening in our country in this modern age and time. All right, so let me see what I can get to the comments. Let me take the comments. All right, folks, please, you have to bear with me. I'm between twists. All right, so let's take the comments. Wow, this thing keep giving me feedback. All right, so let me get to the comments and read them out for you. All right, let's begin with Allison Somobik Senior. He says, congratulations. Jude Wonwa says, I'm following. Mary Tula says, good morning. I'm watching you from New Georgia Estate. Thanks for the great job. And Prince B. Mbayo says, following you from Capitol Hill. Musa A. Sharif, he says, I'm following you live from Vittown. Gay Caesar Divine Grace Bazon Junior says, good morning. I'm following you from Barnesville, Kebab. And we have Punic 99. It says no sound. I think that has been corrected. And Henry Tito Junior says, good morning. I'm following you from up my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the update. Abraham and Addison says, greetings from my family, Freedom FM family. I'm following live from my residence somewhere in Monrovia. And continuation of the comments. Lloyd Jealous says, watching you guys. Mohammed Mariama J. Sharif. He says, good morning, Wendell, Esther, and the peace-loving people of Lofa County. I'm watching you from Mamadi. After the rescue government. Okay, come on, let me get to this. He says, yeah, after the rescue government rescued their party headquarters in all 15 counties, they will come back to rescue the people. The party first, Papa, we are coming back 2029. All right. Karim Kroman says, good morning, Wendell Nimne and Esther Daku. I'm following the conversation from my office on the old road. Thanks for whatever you do for your country. And Stephen A. Barr says, morning, Freedom Print News family. I'm following you live from Dakar, Senegal. And Wakari B. Sharif says, good morning, Freedom family. I'm closely following the show from New Crew Town. And Terry Marie Fala Bando says, the sound is better now. Thanks. Perfect, it says. Rebecca Sales says, good morning, Brother Wendell. And folks on here, Timothy Jetro Martin says, I'm following from Caldwell, Wendell. And Gatti Harris Gatti says, I'm watching you live from my Visual Media Incorporated office in Dole Community. Vinicius Junior Bar, my own Peking, what's up? He says, I'm watching from District 16. He says, we are is coming back. And Brabi M. Bar says, good morning, Mr. Nimne. Following you live along the famous Wekube Avenue in D.C. With regards to the reckless of drivers, LMP Traffic Division always other countries do. Most adopt a system of license supervision of drivers for months to to deter them, okay, to deter them and stop collecting bribes that will leave pedestrians, citizens, and properties vulnerable. Okay, so this one from Terry. Oh, this is too long, Terry. But let me try to read it. It says Terry Mari Falawando. It says when the problem with foreigners penetrating our job market without proper education is the sole responsibility of the Ministry of Labor. They are only selling work permits to compromise, you know, to companies who bring employees that cannot even speak English. How can you incorporate people in your job market without adequately processing them through the immigration system? Unfortunate. All right. P. Marcus Davis says, keep up the good work. And it says, I'm following you from Broadville City, Moulton Connor. And this one from Romeo P. Newman Jr. He says, good afternoon. I'm following you from Caldwell. And lastly, for comments, God Shirley Coleman says, I'm following from Garnersville Supermarket. All right, folks. That's all the comments we can take for now. Let's get to the calls and take few calls. We got 10 more minutes to be here. So let's make use of the 10 minutes. I'm told there is a protest currently ongoing on the grounds of the Capitol. People living with disabilities are staging a protest today because they say they are being neglected. So they want to call on the government attention. So to tell them that, hey, government, we are also citizens of this country, not because we are disabled, but we are humans. So don't forget us. Don't turn your backs on us. Please reach out to us. So they have staged in the protest currently as we speak. Let's talk to this person. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, William.
Good afternoon. No time. Sabu Rasta, please take 30 seconds. No 1 minute today. 30 seconds.
I think you 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Let me just move on to my mother in the hall. My grand
Okay. The people say, but Sabu Rasta, what do I do? I live in a country where the people say they have come to rescue us, but I've not been rescued. So what do I do? I just got to manage my expectation. I know that. Thank you, Sabu Rasta. Thank you, Sabu. Yeah, good afternoon, David. Let's hear your contribution in 30 seconds. No time.
Thank you for that kind of recognition. You see, we have serious issue that the government is not paying attention to. As a matter of fact, Nigerians right now, the living condition in this country is very much deplorable. Our people are getting their homeless. They are harassment from the Liberia National Police against the motorcyclists. The motorists in general is too much. They got the guys who they are called traffic management. They got motorbikes. They got vehicles running behind, motorists in the street, arresting them, throwing them, carrying them to the compound, and they think they to pay everything to them. And the government to solve the very important issue that the country is facing with, they are not talking about it, but they're concentrating right now on really the party headquarters only because the CDC are breaking down to pay their own party headquarters. I don't think these are the reason why they like to the key to vote on Mr. Baka. Mr. Baka is a very dictator. I said this, and like put to take note of it. because what we see Mr. Bwaga doing now, it is a clear miscarriage of leadership.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Nime, thank you for affording me the opportunity and your platform this afternoon.
Thank you, David King. Let's talk to another person. We're giving every caller 30 seconds to speak. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Nime.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Is this Daniel Saki?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
This is Daniel Saki, and I joined you for Talk Community this morning.
Go ahead.
But I remember my trying to the issue on the Nepali Post thing now, President. We have I'm going to have said that in that word. That is said it for us to the teacher. Well, man, fat, you see that you got too much fat into the body, to sometimes go and then reduce all the fat in the body. And when you see the person will choose down and come to the normal body. So it's not a thing that you stop them, I go to gossip going around and think about how to go in this country. Because like people is that suffering here and there. All of that regime who please to be the best, most educated people ever in the history of Liberia. It is so shit for them to the brown people can go and stand at the executive mansion. Now, they can even get a man to stop the kind of pathway vehicle before they're going to give the British people. The shit our country today we are fighting as Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you, Dada Ward. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon.
Good morning to you, Miguel.
Good afternoon, man. CC. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you quickly. No time.
Okay, thank you. I'll get the shot. You understand? Let me say how to answer there. And when the other panel is there, let me say how to there also this month.
When am I 1 year today?
Okay. What's I listen ready to all. No window. Without joking as a citizen, I will speak as a citizen.
Okay.
So you the party picks, then they close them off. You know what I'm saying? They break our party health quality, but breaking the city down. And I put on my teacher and say, you cannot break the city down. Everything. No, you in the heart of the J14. I put my teacher. You go down, person, we are going to break our AR period was doing. You go break, you come go the best thing. So I want to ask my question with that. If you don't call me up, I want to add you the picks. So your Waka and Josh, we are all the sick men that carry, ain't no paper for. Hear me? Look at the paper continue for in their papers. In their comfort, that we are all your president. And you put out it. So what talk about somebody say, well, you know the great Waka. So when you go for we are, I'll go for you.
Okay.
So you can paper continue in your comfort. And when you go, now pull behind. Thank you.
Thank you, man. CC. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, well.
Tell us your name and where you join us from, and take 30 seconds to speak to our talking points.
Yeah, my name is Alexander Jesse. Whatever, God loves you.
You have 30 seconds. Alex, let's hear you.
Yeah, I just want to know from you, well, it is time to say that someone is not well. And our president, every time the CDJ gave me all that is not doing well, and you will soon die. So when someone say that Joga is not well, it is crap.
That Gio. Thank you.
It is that crap.
Yeah, I want to answer you now. You say, is that crap? I said that Gio. So what did you ask again now? You answer, you ask me question. You say, is that crap? I say, no, that Gio. Is that Pele? No, that Loma. Is that Va? No, that Kisi. Is that crew? No, that Mandingo. You answer me, I won't answer you. So you get first. But look, folks, I don't want to get into, that kind of a conversation about people's health, because you don't know what is happening to somebody. You see the person has reduced in weight. They have some weight loss, and you just term them as being sick. I don't know, but I just don't want to get into such a conversation. Let's speak to our talking points this morning. This is now What's on Your Mind segment. This is the truck issue we are talking about, and government officials have been appointed to committees for the groundbreaking of or the launch for the bidding coming up on the 6th of December. So, folks, we can take a few more calls, and then we go home. Call us 0776-1414, 086-500-104. And the WhatsApp line is stay active. Those of you outside Liberia, you want to join the conversation? Yes, we have some time. We can give you a minute to speak about some of the burning issues. Yesterday, a junior brother, my Peking, my son, a very respectful young man, celebrated his birthday yesterday. Robert Snare, he's popularly known as Louis Saha of the borough of Newcastle. Yesterday was his birthday, and I just want to wish you a belated birthday, Louis Saha. Robert Snare, he there in the office of Representative Dixon Wurawi Sibo. Let's talk to this person. Hello?
Hello. Good afternoon, Wendell.
Good afternoon. Your name and take your 30 seconds quickly. No time.
Okay. My name is Sam Sayon. I'm calling from a resident in Christopolis, Broadway.
Hey, my cousin, how are you? Bobby Fuente.
Hey, my man. Yeah, thank you, my man. I saw one day in the funeral.
Yeah, my man, this kind of thank you too for everything, for giving your sis-in-law befitting burial. Thank you so much for all you do.
Yeah. Okay, Wendell. Yeah, we're not to the issue when it comes to this truck issue, Wendell.
Mm-hmm.
When things happen in a country, especially when it has to do with public interest, you don't blame the individual.
Mm-hmm.
You blame the requisite authorities, that's supposed to regulate.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you a story. A good friend of mine came from the States. He and his son spent about 1 week with me, in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
And one all over, one Sino, one Maryland, who came back to Montreal. They were there around. So at the end of the trip, when I took them to the airport, I asked the little boy, I said, what do you observe in Liberia? It's a well overstand. That is not bad, but the only thing is that the people do not obey laws. And that shocked me. The 16-year-old boy, see, this is what I observed. The people do not obey laws. They do things anyhow. And I felt too embarrassed. Our authorities know that these people will be heavy trucks. Some of them are now street walking. Some of them have problems. But still, they allow these trucks to plow the street and destroy people. So when this particular situation on this truck issue, we place it squarely on the feet of the government.
Okay.
The governments will see this truck effective, very old and bad. As I speak to you right now, you go to Freeport, you will see some of them parking right there.
Yeah.
And opposite Freeport, there's a police station opposite the Freeport there.
Yeah.
And they are watching the defective truck rolling continuous and are very effective, and they're looking at them.
Yeah.
So we will blame the government and the authority that have the cost to regulate the vehicle. For the last 2 years, I've traveled to Ghana and other countries. I've never seen defective truck in the street. Ghanaians have, how do you call it? Gravitated for that defective truck in the street. And also our authorities are the ones responsible for that. So we put the blame on them. They don't want to, almost grab in the country every time. I see defective trucks, sometimes they break down on the heart of the road, and then
no reflector, nothing. They would take grass. They will go and take grass and put grass on the road and say grass that reflector.
And then one day you see a police vehicle parking closer to that truck. They are there. They're scamming taxi drivers. They're scamming motorbike riders, and they are watching that truck park right there.
Okay.
Until or some vehicle come and take that truck, then before they take action. So we'll place that squarely on the government. With regards to this, party airport or government official, this should have been screened to us. Unity Party, in that. We remember in 2011, a bishop was called to be a chairman for Unity Party campaign. Mm-hmm. We remember? You had to make laws before they took a deal from the list. So we shouldn't be surprised. Even if they put a vice president there as one of the campaign, one of the party has interest to do their groundbreaking, that's okay, because that is a model operandi.
Okay.
They are lawless. You don't know Unity Party people, they are very lawless people. They are lawless set of people. They don't respect no laws. And let them live with them like that. And one will like.
Thank you, and let's see whether we can squeeze in one. We don't have time anymore, folks. We already into our commercials commitment. So thanks to all of you for being a part of this edition of the pre-news. Hopefully tomorrow, Esther and the rest of the team will be here on the midweek presentation. And let's say a big thank you to our sponsors, Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus, Best Price Store, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. with two offices, one Freeport, the other one is at JJY. Until we catch up tomorrow, play safe and keep the peace. May God bless all of us.